They found a total of 9 legs and several arms.
9 legs? 9 legs. Well, you know that's for more than one person then, don't you?
I'm not saying it's a murder. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? Bodies.
Okay, you're not saying it's a murder, but there are 9 legs? How would that be natural? Probably not. Unless you have like the chupacabra, chewing the shit out of everybody. That's not going to happen.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Just body parts. Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another, I don't know about fun-filled episode, but another episode nonetheless of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your very own personal board-certified criminal defense lawyer. You know who you are. And we're joined today by our content genius, Michael Rivers, who's behind the camera, behind the plan, behind everything. Without him, guess what? There's no me, for sure. And it's a father-son effort, and, to be honest with you, this is just a fun project for the two of us. And we're on Facebook, we're on Patreon, we're just every platform, find us out there. But today we're going to react to Hunter discovers 29 human body parts in the desert. Fuck, can you imagine? Hunters see a lot of things, criminal defense lawyers sees a lot of things, and human behavior never changes. Never changes. That's why my job is secure. But you know what else is secure? Your position is secure when you go to eforms.com. eforms.com, an incredible supporter of the channel. And you know what? If you have a grandma in your basement with specific needs, like if she's selling her crotch rocket, or if she's doing her OnlyFans thing with her feet, or if you just need power of attorney or medical power of attorney, any form you need, you can go to eforms.com. eforms.com, very effective way to avoid the high cost of a lawyer and to protect yourself when you get to court if you ever need to get to court. Guess what? Because if you have a document that shows exactly what the deal is, whether it's a bill of sale, a rental agreement, or whatever the deal is, you have it in writing, you're going to win. So, and you just protect it. So eforms.com. Any form you need, go to eforms.com. Very effective way to do business, to protect yourself, and to avoid the high cost of a lawyer. Because I would just go to eforms.com and charge you a ton of money. Get rid of that. Just go to eforms.com. Okay, so let's say you're walking in the woods and you all of a sudden discover human remains. What do you do? I've had cases, I remember one New Year's Eve, I'm at a jazz club, and all of a sudden I get a call from my future client's brother saying, my brother's driving around with a dead body in the back of his car. What do? You hear these kind of like almost law school type questions. What do you do when you come across these body parts? Well, let's see what this guy does.
Is that an arm? Yes. It's still got skin on it.
I hate to be indelicate, but we got a call yesterday afternoon. They had found an arm and a leg. And then about an hour and a half ago, we got a phone call from some deer hunters north of town, and they found 2 heads.
So one time, my uncle, all of a sudden, his dog comes from the woods carrying an arm. Carrying a human arm. And I can't remember exactly what happened with that, but can you imagine it's not where you normally see body parts. And so this had to be disconcerting.
When the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office received a call about what appeared to be a human arm found in the woods, they had no idea that this was only the beginning of the gruesome discoveries. As more and more body parts turn up, authorities can't help but wonder if they've stumbled upon a serial killer's dumping grounds, or if there's something else just as sinister at play.
They found a total of 9 legs and several arms.
9 legs? 9 legs. Well, you know that's for more than one person then, don't you? Imagine all of a sudden 9. That's just disturbing. I didn't think we were going to hear that.
On December 26, 2020, 2 Yavapai County Sheriff's deputies headed out to the woods south of Prescott. There they met with the 2 people who called authorities after stumbling upon something disturbing.
This right here, this is crazy.
Is it in a bag or what is it?
No, it's laying right there.
Okay.
So look, we're just gonna walk along this fence line, just to this tree.
Okay.
It's right below.
Did you touch anything?
Oh, hell no.
How close?
So that's really important that you don't touch anything. You leave it in place, because, and then you don't just try, if you came across anything, like you don't disturb anything because it's a crime scene. And one of the things they'll look for is similarities in, how the part was dismembered, if there's any DNA, hair, fibers, they look for all that kind of forensic information because any little detail whatsoever will link you up to maybe somebody else. And then one of the things that they do is they'll run this through the database of DNA. Are there cold hits?
Did you get to it?
Probably 8 or 9 feet.
Okay. So stop wherever you stopped before, okay?
Truck right here.
Okay.
I backed the truck. I broke a couple of branches because I'm trying to get to that dead one that's down like that.
Right.
And that's it right over there.
Okay. Yep, it is. You got crime scene tape?
I got it.
Okay.
All right,
Let's go back to the car, you guys. Stay there.
Yeah, first thing you want to do is get those guys out of there. But you also don't want to dismiss them, because who knows? Are they just trying to cover their own tracks and calling the authorities? Probably not likely when you have 9 legs and 2 heads. Where are the other heads? I mean, so that's not, so 9 legs. We just do that. Let's do the math. That's 5 people, right? Fuck. So 5 people. So where are the other 3 heads? And who knows? Maybe somebody had, like a millipede person. I just can't even imagine. But this is the kind of shit that's based upon human behavior. My job is based entirely on human behavior. Do I get DWIs from time to time? Yeah, they're a little boring because they're all the same. Every single DUI is the same. Yeah, I was drinking. Yeah, I was weaving. Yeah, I got pulled over. Yeah, I blew over the limit. Homicides are different, like this.
Stay there. He's going to get a witness statement from you. All right.
Were the fingernails polished? Did it look like a female's hand?
I didn't look that close.
We're not going to get too close right now. I'm just going to get Mike and CI started. You need to call out CI.
10-4. So it is confirmed?
In my opinion, yes. It's, I don't know if it's male or female or what, but it's definitely confirmed.
10-4, how much?
We got about 10 feet away from it because we don't want to disturb any footprints or anything, and we're going to be putting up crime scene tape. I believe it's a leg.
The officers then begin marking off the area. It's while setting up a designated crime scene that the deputies notice something particularly odd about the arm. Little did they know, this was actually an important clue about how exactly the limb came to be in the woods.
That's a good point because you never know what's going to be an important clue. Tiny little detail, a little a fiber, just any little piece of information that can connect one dot to another.
There's like toilet paper on that arm.
Yes,
too. Did you only see an arm or did you see something else? Just that one? Okay. All right.
And then I told him about seeing a string of toilet paper on the road.
Okay.
The officer then gets statements from the witnesses who found the extremity, and they immediately share information about something else suspicious that they saw earlier.
There was somebody that was heading up here when we were up here, and it's like he stopped because he saw our truck and then he backed out slowly.
And I walked down here to see if I could see what car it was because it sounded like it was still idling right here.
Yeah, it stopped.
But I didn't see it.
It was weird. And I thought it was odd, but there is a lot of prints around here.
So you guys have been up here twice now.
He has.
I've been up here twice now.
Despite the gruesome discovery, the tone remains light.
The way this works is I need all your most current information here, okay?
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a murder. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? Bodies.
Okay, you're not saying it's a murder, but there are 9 legs. How would that be natural? Probably not, unless you have like the chupacabra, chewing the shit out of everybody. That's not going to happen.
bodies usually don't escape. From
I'm not saying what happens.
But at this point, I can't say it's a homicide, but it is a homicide investigation.
Probably are going to end up calling a lot of other people out. It's a pretty big arm. I think it might be an adult. Yeah. Yeah.
While continuing to tape off the area to prevent contamination, one of the deputies offers some speculation about the arm.
Somebody that was camping and a bear got him. Is there a bear out here?
That could be one explanation why you don't have. But generally, if you, and this is a rule of thumb, I'm a huge naturalist. I camp all the time. No, I don't. But this is one thing I know about if you encounter a bear and you're with your buddy, you push your buddy in the direction of the bear and you run the other way. Probably not.
The bear wouldn't leave the arm and then take the other arm.
If it was full, it might.
It would come back.
I think. I don't know. I'm just saying. Is anything back in there? He said there was more toilet paper this way, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bears don't use toilet paper, just so you know.
That's the thing, though. There's toilet paper on the arm. That's freaking weird.
And you have they witnessed another person driving away from the scene.
All right, here, I'll go put it by the arm.
No, this is about. That's
Close
as far
as
as
we
we're
want.
going. Right there's that blue thing.
Does it look like it got bitten off? Like it was chewed on or anything?
Well, it's chewed on, it looks like. Well, he says fresh.
Do you hear that? You hear those shots in the background? Probably hunters.
Now that I'm closer, definitely not fresh.
And notice that the it doesn't phase the deputies at all because they hear that stuff all the time.
Because now I can actually really kind of see the hand.
Yeah, it's weird that there's toilet paper on it. And it was.
You know, my funny thing about the bears, my brother camps, or my brother actually is a big hunter, and they do trips out to Montana all the time. And he sent me this picture of his, a picture of a hat and then the bear paw print in his camp. And it was a big grizzly bear, and his paw print was about the size of the hat.
Well, especially on the back end right there where you see that dryer sheet
Yeah.
or whatever that is back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody tried to cover it up
Well, I don't know. I mean,
or
do you
wrap
think it's
it.
toilet paper or-
Looks like a dryer sheet.
Oh, that part back
Yeah,
there.
the part right there in the back of the arm.
Looks like the stuff some other dryer sheets are made out of, but like on a roll. And then there's more of it over there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go this way.
Another officer arrives soon after, and understandably, they can't believe what they're seeing.
Now that I've looked at it, it is old, but it's still got skin on it.
And it's weird, like they try to wrap the back of it with like some kind of
Dryer sheet or fabric,
or something.
and the fingers are all purple. I got pictures too. I can't get them.
an arm?
Yes, it's the right arm. He backed his truck right up in here, and he was getting ready to cut this tree, and they saw that, and they got out of here. Okay. So they saw something else back in here, but I'm not going back in there to mess anything up.
As it would turn out, the tree cutters were right, and there was more than one gruesome discovery still hidden in the woods. The very next day, the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office received another call, this time from two hunters. They, too, had stumbled upon something shocking. A deputy meets up with the hunters and is led to another chilling discovery.
Down in there?
Yeah, the heads are up here. It looked as lazy as whoever this was. I think they kind of threw some dirt and rocks and over
Right.
in the ditch here.
So having some evidence that, they're being covered up, bears wouldn't do that. Because bear wouldn't give a shit. Neither does a honey badger. Honey badger doesn't give a shit.
That's kind of where we had stopped and ate lunch. And I crossed this, and I thought, it's just somebody dumping trash because there's everywhere.
Right.
But then I walked across this, up the hill right here. And that, and that.
Okay.
Disturbingly, the hunters had found two severed heads.
And whatever else we haven't seen, that's what we found.
Okay. All right.
But with the coyotes and all that, who knows what could have been here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a call into Scott Poppenberger right now just to let...
So that's difficulty with an aged scene like this is that bugs, environment, animals, mess with the integrity of what happened. So it's difficult to actually piece all this together. And one of the things that they'll do is they'll have a forensic anthropologist kind of go through everything to determine, age, sex, gender, and even nationality of what who the remains belong to.
Just to let their carnivore attack team know, just in case this being out here has put something in the air to call them out and caused any issues. So may have some cat action up here in a while.
Despite the earlier speculation about a bear being responsible for the body parts, and now possibly a coyote or mountain lion, the truth would turn out to be even more bizarre.
When I tell these guys that I know that work for the sheriff's department, the police department, there's things you guys see that I don't want to know. This is one of them right here.
This is it.
This is one of the things I don't need to know about.
While conducting searches of both areas, police uncovered a series of strange clues. One of these clues led Lieutenant Bolts to making phone calls to try and trace the origin of the human remains. The first call he made was to a research company.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Well, we're a little perplexed right now.
I'm a little perplexed by the message I read. I don't know if it's right.
Sounds like it is. So we got a call yesterday afternoon from some folks who were out cutting firewood. They said they found an arm and a leg, and the location's about 20, 30 miles south of Prescott. So we went out there thinking that we had a homicide, and our criminal investigative division came out and they searched the area. They found a total of 9 legs and several arms, and then some other parts they think might be elbows or other parts, they're not sure. Each of those body parts had a tag on it. They've all been collected and taken to our medical examiner's office, and we were planning on working on this on Monday. But about 2.5 hours ago, we got a phone call from some deer hunters about 50 miles away as the crow flies, said they found 2 skulls on the ground. The common thread between the two is that the parts that we found yesterday and the skulls today, all of them have been wrapped in this blue and white, like surgical paper. We are all but certain that these are related. We're just trying to find out where they came from.
Once you said it,
So let's say, for the sake of argument, that these happen to be cadavers from a medical institute. That would be, then it wouldn't be a homicide, right? But it's still disturbing nonetheless.
This is like that medical,
Right.
whatever.
Waste bags and...
Yeah,
That
it's
one.
just somebody being a jerk. Lazy and
Yeah, of course.
a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, there's proper ways to do
That'd be
this, and,
$6.97.
ethical ways. This is just...
I think are buried.
We could
And there are laws on the books about how you dispose of a corpse. So this could rise to the level of mutilation of a corpse, or that kind of stuff.
call you guys and find out who these people are and where they came from, because obviously we can't have people just dumping.
Right.
Along with blue and white surgical paper, many of the dismembered limbs had metal tags, and officers also found a plastic bag with the name Future Gen X on it.
They have some kind of tag on them. It's a whole body donation, so we do tag everything that we have.
After coming up with a dead end, Lieutenant Bolts called someone else to try and trace Future Gen X.
I need to talk to somebody who can give me information on your willed cadaver program for a law enforcement matter.
Yes, this is April. I can help you.
April, so I hate to be indelicate, but we got a call yesterday afternoon from some folks out cutting wood south of Prescott that they had found an arm and a leg. Do you guys use medical ID tags on the appendages?
We do not.
Sounds like we can rule you guys out for help then.
Rather than body parts dumped by a serial killer, the limbs appeared to belong to cadavers donated for medical research. But a question remained. How exactly had they ended up strewn around the woods in Arizona? Still determined to find the source of the body parts, the lieutenant tried another contact.
We don't tag legs and arms. We do ear tags, and our bodies are never separated. They're always whole bodies.
Okay.
Authorities were eventually able to trace future Gen X to a Seattle address and the company's owner, Walter Harold Mitchell. Police tracked Walter to his apartment.
Oh, Walter Harold Mitchell. He is wearing orange. What does that tell you about Walter Harold Mitchell? He was arrested.
In Scottsdale, December 29, 2020, 3 days after the first of the body parts were found.
Hey, Walter. How's it going? I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Franklin. We're from Yavapai County Sheriff's Office. Can we talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Walter agrees, but detectives immediately notice something peculiar that he's carrying.
You mind if we carry the rock? I just don't like you having a rock in your hand while you're walking with us. Do you have any weapons or anything on you? On your person?
On my person, no.
There's a very good reason Walter makes this distinction, as police will eventually find out.
You used to own a company called Future Gen X?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're here to talk about.
Okay.
Have you been following the news at all lately?
No, I have not.
Okay.
All right.
How many bodies did you bring with you from you left Washington?
Body?
Cadavers.
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever.
Body parts.
You know what? Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Just body parts.
Interrogation.
We came to talk to you.
Yeah, that's an interrogation.
You can call it what you want, but we just came to talk to you so we can get to the bottom of what's going on.
Okay.
All interrogation means is to ask questions.
You know what? You can talk to my lawyer.
Okay.
What?
There's body
I don't
parts
get
strewn
it.
all over our county that have
Okay.
your company's name on them.
This is Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer, coming to you with my 24-karat Black Hills gold cufflinks. And today we are reacting to T. Grizzly, Tez, and Zone 2. Sort of a part 2 of T. Grizzly, because I'm just kind of feeling the T. Grizzly vibe. Remember, T. Grizzly is Terrence Sanchez Wallace Jr. And before we get to this reaction, this, like all of our videos, is brought to you by eforms.com. What did I say? I said eforms.com. If you need a legal form for whatever purpose, go to eforms.com. If you need a power of attorney, you need any kind of business form, a bill of sale, if you need an eviction notice, or if you just need a purchase agreement, anything you need to get your affairs in order, don't go to a lawyer. You can. A lot of these things are simple, and you can get them done on eforms.com. All right, so today we're going to react, and it's out today. This is brand new release by T. Grizzly, Tez and Tone 2. Okay, so let's just get right into this. So that raises, and I'm going to be stopping this from time to time, because anytime I see something that they talk about with regard to criminal implications, I'll tell you about it. Tez on the way, money keep piling. Where do you think it's coming from in this video? Multiple sources of income. He buying houses. Hustle's good. So if you have an illegal source of income and you try to filter it through legitimate means and try to protect it through assets, for example, buying houses, you risk those assets being forfeited if you get busted. So, for example, let's say I was dealing large amounts of controlled substances. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'll buy a farm, and I'm paying cash for all this stuff. I had a client that had a $2.3 million house, and he had it built, and he was paying cash all along the way. And all those cash payments were easily discoverable. And when they did, and they wound up getting busted, they were able to forfeit that $2.3 million house. Now, because they did that, and because it was such a large recovery for the government, I was able to keep him out of prison. So he only did 90 days on home monitoring. But keep in mind, anything that's obtained illegally can be seized by the federal government, or state government for that matter. So this is like, they call it tribute, or paying up, paying, you're part of an organization. This is what RICO is designed to attack.
Like, nigga, you trying to play me like a jack. Lil' Tez like, play by the rules or get whacked.
So one of the things I've noticed is that if people get busted, especially like cartel cases, they want to have some confirmation that the person that got busted actually got busted, as opposed to getting ripped off. And that's kind of what's going on here. So when you're in business with family, a lot of times family don't feel the boundaries, and they feel they can fuck you. So sometimes it's counterintuitive. It's a button to make sure all that ice gone. What does that mean? Press a button is another euphemism for getting whacked, or I can have you taken out, basically. And she's like, I'm the reason you got that ice on, and I can press the button and make sure that ice is gone. That is a direct threat. Press a button is a direct reference to pop, getting you out. That's a bar.
Caking hard on the phone, the troops pull up and turn throw they lights on. Found pills in a gun, tone out the game.
Found pills in a gun. You're riding around in your car and the lights come on. If you got shit in the car, you're fucked. Because you talk about what they need to search your car. You have a lower expectation of privacy in your car than you do your house. So and it's mobile. So they can't search your car without the requisite cause, but it's less than getting into your house. And they don't need a warrant, generally speaking. And so you got some shit in your car, you're fucked.
Interview, he trying to get up off them chains. He knowing if he take it to court, he getting flamed. Tone folded, gave up a name, he like...
All right, I love this. These are really good bars. He know when he's taken to court, he's getting flamed. In other words, he's going to do a lot of fucking time. Tone folded, gave up a name. Snitch. He's a fucking snitch. I really like the theme of this. This is so gritty and so well done.
Lil' Tez did it. Lil' Tez with it. Meanwhile, Tez telling the nurse, pack up your shit, bitch. He turned around, she was holding up a big...
So who is loyal here? I mean, she's telling him, don't trust your uncle. And he's like, fuck you. He's family. He's loyal. and I got to be loyal to him. Guess what? He gets popped. He's not loyal, and all of a sudden he's on the hook. There's a lot to unpack there. So she kills him, like she kind of said she was, and then now he's his uncle's in jail, and there's no friends in jail. You know the old saying, a good cellie sleeps on his belly. Well, there aren't any good cellies because everybody's out for themselves, and that shit does happen. Not as much as it used to, but it does. So the line, the nurse rich and still working in the spittle. They don't ever know it, but she's working on her next victim, and the next victim is the guy that's doing time. His old crew put a hit on him, though Kane, Claude, and Ray, Tone went to the yard, to the grave. So he goes to the yard. That's a reference to the prison yard, and he gets killed in the prison yard. So the woman takes all the money and kills one and has the other one killed. So these would make great movies, to be honest with you. I think just the way the style and the story are fantastic. So this has been our reaction to Tez and Tone 2, T Grizzly, kind of a part 2 series because we did Robbery 5. And really, I'm liking T Grizzly way more than a lot of other guys. Seems like the story is very rich and authentic, but it's not going after your ops, like your typical drill. And so this has just been our humble reaction. We'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board certified criminal defense lawyer. And we can thank our content genius, Michael Rivers. He produces and edits and kind of creates this whole thing. So I really appreciate him. And so make sure in the comments, give Michael some love. He's just a genius. And he's my right arm. I love the guy to death. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Make sure you sign up for Patreon. And we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Sorry, it's them. I was just kissing my girlfriend.
Okay, I was just kissing my girlfriend, so that's why I smell like booze. I mean, it'll go away in about 4 hours. I was kissing. I've never heard that one. That's a new one. I smell like booze because I was kissing somebody that was drinking.
I'm an ex-porn star. That's as hard as I can blow. Sorry, Google me.
I'm an ex-porn star. That's as hard as I can blow. Google me.
Crazy. Sorry about this. It's all right.
Well, he's not being overbearing. That's good. Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers. You are very own... What am I? What am I? I'm your personal board-certified criminal defense lawyer. And that just means that I view this through the lens of a criminal defense lawyer who's been through a lot of trials. I've got some expertise in this area. But my expertise doesn't mean anything without our content genius who's behind the camera, Michael Rivers. So we are here today to react to Hulk Hogan's son getting pulled over and then, having an overbearing parent get involved. And I haven't seen this, so it's going to be a cold reaction. But before we get to that, hey, I want to bring a little attention to our sponsor, Step 1. Do you run? Do you play golf? Do you go on the beach? I mean, when you walk, your legs sometimes chafe like, sandpaper. I mean, it's not pleasant. Guess what? They won't do that with Step 1. You got the Lycra panel. It avoids chafing. The material is derived from organic bamboo. It's made from it's a viscose material. So you order some, however many. I suggest you order anywhere between 5 and 10 pair or whatever. Just give them a try. And if you don't like them, guess what? If within 30 days, if you don't like them, you keep them, but you'll get your money back. But I don't think that's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to order again and again and again. You're going to replace every pair of underwear you got because they are high performance, no chafing, no sweating, and super comfortable. I'm wearing them right now. Or am I? Step 1, get some. All right, so today we're reacting to Hulk Hogan comes to son's rescue in a DUI arrest. Now, there's a couple things that are kind of interesting about this. Number 1, he's a celebrity, and number 2, he's a father. And whenever you interfere, and neither one has the ability or the power to interrupt an arrest. Now, what are the things that a lawyer looks for when you get a DUI? Well, we start with the scene. Why did they pull you over? And once they pulled you over, what did they experience? And once they experience what they experience, what did they do with you? And did you do the field sobriety tests? And how did those come out? You know, all these different actions of the cops that you watch along the way. But when you get an overbearing parent, you know, that's a different story. So let's just see what the Hulkster has to say.
Hello. Hey, sir. How much you had to drink tonight?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing at all?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my insurance.
You almost ran me over. It was me that you almost ran over when you were driving right.
So let's just start right there. One of the things that, you know, in order to pull somebody over, they have to have what? Reasonable and articulable suspicion that a crime was committed, then he committed it. And when the cop says you almost ran me over, that's a little bit of an issue.
Right by me, okay? When there's police lights lighting up the road over there.
I'm so sorry. It's just been a night ride.
He sounds just like the Hulk.
On our way home and we're leaving.
You mind stepping out for me?
Yeah.
Nice truck. Expensive truck.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
So where are you coming from tonight? Come on over here.
Beach. Heading home.
Leaving the beach, heading home?
Heading home.
Nothing to drink tonight?
No, sir.
There's two things that people do all the time in a DUI. One, they always say, I wasn't drinking, you know, and they're usually fucking shit-faced. Or they say, I only had 2. It's always 2. Why is it always 2?
So it's just, you said they're passengers?
Yeah, just passengers.
But I can smell it on you.
But I can smell it on your breath.
Okay, I'm sorry, it's them. I was just kissing my girlfriend.
Okay, I was just kissing my girlfriend, so that's why I smell like booze. I mean, it'll go away in about 4 hours. I was kissing. I've never heard that one. That's a new one. I smell like booze because I was kissing somebody that was drinking.
Apologize.
That's what you're gonna say? That you were kissing your girlfriend, so that's why you have alcohol coming off your breath.
I'm sorry, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
I mean, my tongue was in her lungs, you know, so maybe I got some, you know, secondary alcohol ingestion from me, you know, sucking on her tongue.
Well, would you mind if I checked your eyes and make sure you're safe to be driving, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My guess is that the girls in the truck are probably calling Daddy.
Hey, Sarge, can you kill your lights? Why don't you just put your feet together for me, heels and toes, touch like mine, hands at your sides. Do you wear glasses of contact, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. Have you hit your head really, really hard in the last 24 hours where you caused through the body?
So now what he's going to look for is what they call a horizontal gaze nystagmus with a maximum deviation at 45 degrees. I swear to God, in every one of their police reports, they have one button that just prints that out because it's the exact same in every DUI report. So basically what that means, nystagmus is when you get a jerky movement in the eye. So when you go like this, you should have a smooth pursuit. That's what he's looking for. It's just that lack, that jerkiness in the eye.
Or something?
Not in the last 24 hours.
Okay. So, you see that red light on my pen?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you just follow with your eyes only, don't move your head. I want you to keep your chin level for me, though.
Yes, sir.
Don't move your head, just your eyes. Just your eyes. You're moving your head, okay? I need you to keep your head still, put your nose facing me, and just move your eyes, okay?
Sure thing.
One of the things that cops also look for in terms of indicia of intoxication is the inability to follow directions. I'm not sure where this is. It's probably Florida.
I got neck problems, dude. I'm sorry. I can't turn my head that far.
Just keep your chin level for me. You're looking up. Keep your chin level.
I'm sorry. You got neck problems. I was just trying to tell you I can't, like...
Yeah, I don't want you to move your head.
Okay,
you keep moving it.
So I get neck problems, so I can't move my head. I'm not supposed to move my head, but I still can't move my head because I got neck problems. And I'm still thinking about kissing my girlfriend and how that has really made me drunk.
I understand that, but I can't. If I look too far, that way I have to turn my head because my neck is a little...
Just your eyes again.
I can only look so far, Ben. Without my neck turning, I can only look so far.
I need you to follow my instructions, okay? Keep your chin level for me. Your chin is still on level. There we go.
Okay. Well, you're holding it above my head. I'm sorry.
I'm not holding it above your head. Okay, keep your feet together for me. Heels and toes touching. There we go. Moving nice and slow.
Do you mind if I get out of the car for a second?
I don't want you out of the car.
Okay, sorry.
We're going to go up 2 times. Just tries.
Hey, Paul. I felt cold.
Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move it around your face like this in a circle. I want you to follow it with your eyes. I'm going to bring it towards the bridge of your nose. I'm not going to make contact with you. It's going to feel like your eyes want to cross, okay? Just go ahead and let them do what they do naturally, all right? Sure. Here we go.
Do you want me to follow
the
light?
Follow the light. Yep, follow the light. One more time. Last thing I want you to do is look up in the sky for me. Close your eyes. I promise it's not a trick, okay? You're looking for turn, right? Okay. So your feet are together for me, heels and toes touching. Okay. Heels and toes touching. There you go. Toss your head back. Look in the sky. And close your eyes.
Now, even if I haven't been drinking, this disorients you. And it really is not indicative of, number one, intoxication. And it's really not it's just balanced kind of thing. And it's not indicative of how you would have performed behind the wheel of a car. And that's one of the standards that you use actually when you try a case and you get the jury instruction. It has nothing to do with these tests. eForms.com is a really incredible way to avoid lawyers. You don't have to use a guy like me. You don't have to spend the money. I would charge through the nose to create some of these documents. For example, my grandma, she's in her basement, and we caught her doing all kinds of online purchases. She's on the dark web, she's doing this, she's doing that, and she brings her friends over, and very difficult to control her behavior, and she's kind of losing it a little bit. So what do? We do a power of attorney. So I take control of her affairs. And you can just do that power of attorney. You can do a business agreement. You can do a bill of sale, rental agreement, any kind of agreement that is legally enforceable you can use on eForms.com. So eForms.com, a very effective way to avoid using a lawyer and save yourself some money. So go to eForms.com.
Try to relax. All right, you can relax. All right, sir. Here's where I'm at. I am seeing some signs of impairment. I'm going to ask, are you willing to further participate in some field sobriety exercises?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Sure.
Why don't you come over here? Just hang tight.
Drop the driver's info into the call.
Actually, we're gonna do it right over here.
So then you got the walk and turn test and the one leg stand test. That's probably what he's going to do. And then he goes to the PBT, the preliminary breath test.
Okay. That line that's a little bit better. Yeah.
That one?
It's because it's wet, so my tape's not going to stick here. So I'm going to make sure that I think this one's open. No. Probably these ones. We're gonna go over here. All right. Just stand right here at the top of the line for me. I'm gonna start just by asking you a few personal questions. Can you state your full name for me?
Nicholas Amboya.
Okay. And what race do you identify with?
Is that a loaded question?
No, it's a
white
question. Yeah, I have to ask. Okay.
I mean, that's a, okay, white.
And what's your date of birth, sir?
July 27th, 1990.
Okay. Do you have any physical defects?
Aside from injuries, no.
Okay. Are you sick or injured right now?
Other than.
So they obviously blacked that out because it's a medical history, and medical history is privileged information.
What do you do for work?
I'm sorry?
What do you do for work?
I am a music producer.
Music producer. Okay. All right. Are you diabetic?
No, sir. Blood sugar, but not diabetic.
Yeah, you take insulin?
No, sir.
Okay. You take any medications prescribed to you?
Now, he's not slurring his words. He's pretty clear.
I asked you this already. Do you wear glasses or contacts? You said no.
No, sir.
What's your highest level of education?
GED.
GED. Okay. Have you consumed any alcoholic beverages in the past 24 hours?
No, sir.
Have you used any illegal drugs or narcotics to include marijuana in the past 24 hours?
No, sir.
Okay. This may sound like a silly question.
Not like he would tell him anyway. Yeah, I just got done doing a shit ton of blow.
You know your left from your right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have to ask. Some people don't know. Which one's your left? Which one's your right? You got it. Okay. So this first exercise is called the walk and turn. What I'm going to do is put you in a starting position. And once I put you in that starting position, I don't want you to move from the starting position, okay?
This is why I don't like DUIs. They're all the same. You don't have a story to tell. Yeah, I was drinking, yeah, I was driving, yeah, I was weaving, and I got pulled over, and then I did the test, and I was over the limit. I mean, they're all... A lot of guys just focus on DUIs, and God love them. And I don't mind them on occasion, but I like a good homicide. There's nothing like a good homicide between friends.
So starting position, you don't want to move from the starting position?
Yep, once I put you in it, okay? But I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to demonstrate it for you. I'm going to give you the instructions, ask you if you have any questions, and then we'll address those questions, okay? You see this line that's painted down in front of you?
Yes, sir.
You see anything that may prevent you from walking that line? Any potholes, rocks, or sticks in the way? Obstructing it?
No.
This officer is very thorough, and actually it's pretty good.
No? Okay. Do you feel like there's any reason why you can't walk down that line?
Aside from the rain, no, sir. I don't think it's raining that hard.
No, it's not raining anymore. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the starting position is going to be like this, okay? I want you to go ahead and place your left foot on the line.
Sure.
Yep. Take your right foot, place it directly in front of your left foot with the heel of your right foot touching the toes of your left. Hands at your side. And I need you to remain in that position until I finish the instructions, okay?
Now keep in mind, any deviation, you heard how fast he got some of these instructions. Any deviation from these instructions whatsoever, you don't touch heel to toe, you have your hands out for balance, more than 6 inches, but they don't tell you have to keep them within 6 inches. If it's more than 6 inches, they consider that using your hands for balance, and that's a sign of impairment. You get these instructions really quick, you get the lights going. With or without alcohol, it's disconcerting, and you're nervous because it's cops.
When I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps on this line, touching heel to toe on each step with no space in between.
Is this step one, or do we
No,
start with the next one?
your step's going to be their back foot. I'm going to explain it to you, okay? And I'm going to demonstrate it.
Yes, sir.
At the end of your 9th step, you're going to make a turn in which I'm going to show you, and you're going to take 9 more heel-to-toe steps back down the line. While you do this, you're going to keep your hands down at your sides, look down at your feet at all times, and count each step out loud so that I can hear you. Okay?
Count 1 through 9, looking at my feet.
It's going to look like this. I'm going to demonstrate it. I'm going to demonstrate it for you, okay? Watch me, okay? 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9. On your 9th step, leave your front foot planted on the line. Take your back foot off, make a series of small steps, just like this, to turn yourself around while pivoting on that front foot. And once you completed the turn, I want you to return back down the line with 9 more heel-to-toe steps. The back foot's going to be your first step. I'm going to show you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on until you get to 9. Okay? Now, during the exercise, I want you to keep your hands at your sides, okay? Look down at your feet at all times, kind of step out loud. I stop so that I can show you to turn. I don't want you to stop.
Okay.
Once you start the exercise, don't stop walking. Don't stop walking until you've completed it. you understand the exercise?
Yes, sir.
You all the instructions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have any questions?
I mean, it's a lot, but yeah, sure. I can do it. 1 through 9 here and turn around and come back 1 through 9.
Just like I explained?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any more questions?
That'll be it.
All right, sir. When you're ready, you can begin. Just like I explained.
See that he had just a little tiny bit of space in between one of the steps. That'll be an indication of intoxication, which is just bullshit. See how his hands are out more than 6 inches? That isn't. They're going to use that as signs of impairment, that he's maintaining his balance. And that's, you're just walking normally.
All right, you can relax, sir. You want to face me? All right, so we'll step over here for a minute. This next exercise is called the one-leg stand. Okay, what I'm going to do is have you stand with your feet together for me. Heels and toes touch like mine. Heels and toes touching.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hands at your sides.
Got some
Heels and toes touching.
Yeah.
All right, hands at your sides.
Yeah, got some knee injuries here, so it depends which leg we're working with.
Okay.
See that? He's got some knee injuries. And if you're unstable on your feet because of knee injuries, guess what? You shouldn't be doing this test.
I'm going to give you the option to go with either leg.
Both are a little messed up, so we'll see.
Okay. Are you able to do this exercise?
I hope so. I mean, I used to ride dirt bikes, so my knees are a little not happy. But
all right. Let me go through the instructions, okay? And you can tell me if you can do it or not. All right? So this is hands at your side. This is the starting position. I need you to remain in that position until I finish the instructions. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when I tell you to begin, you're going to raise a leg of your choice approximately 6 inches.
Now keep in mind, the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, the one you did with the pen earlier, that doesn't tell you how much alcohol anybody's had, or even if they've had alcohol. It just tells you that they have a nystagmus. The police are trained to look for that because alcohol can cause a nystagmus in people. People can have a naturally occurring nystagmus. Nystagmus can be caused by other things, like an antihistamine or a head injury. That's only one clue. And then, he looked like he did pretty well on the walk and turn test, I thought.
The ground.
I'm sorry, my feet were rubbing against. I just give myself like a half an inch of space. They're together. I can't press them like that.
All right, but you're gonna raise it up approximately 6 inches off the ground, which is about the height of a soda can, just like this. Okay.
Yes,
point that raised foot forward so the foot is parallel with the ground.
Which foot?
Okay, the raised foot. All right. While keeping both of your legs, while keeping both of your legs straight, you look down at your raised foot and count out loud: 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop counting. During exercise, I want you to keep your hands at your sides. Don't use them for balance. I don't want you to sway. I don't want you to hop, and I don't want you to put your foot down. If you do happen to put your foot down, pick it back up, continue counting where you left off. Don't start over. So for example, if you drop your foot on 1005, once you regain your balance, pick it back up, 1006, 1007, 1008, and so on until I tell you to stop counting.
Okay.
Do you understand the instructions?
I think so.
Any questions?
No.
Which leg will you be using to raise up?
I prefer to balance on my... They're both messed up, so we'll just go with my right one.
Your right leg? Okay.
I want to stand on my right leg.
Okay. Whichever one. Once you raise the leg up, though, I don't want you to switch legs, okay?
Okay.
All right. Hold on, give me a second.
Hold on, wait. Can I just rub?
Nope, I don't need you practicing any. There's no practices, okay? But
okay, I don't rub my knees. They're both a little messed up.
Which one would you want to raise up?
I just want to feel which one hurts worse. That's all I'm trying to say.
Why would he even be doing this test? The officer shouldn't have him do this test because now you don't know if any instability is caused by his knee injuries or caused from alcohol. But guess what the cop's going to say? Well, I saw inclusive impairment.
Because I messed up both my knees. Okay, yeah. I'll lift up the right one.
Your right leg? Okay. I will start my time when you pick up your leg and begin counting, okay? Whenever you're ready.
And my knee or straight?
Remember, leg straight, right? Okay, both our legs are going to be straight when you do this, okay? Whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1006, 1007, 1008.
See, look at he swayed a little bit, almost lost his balance, and if you look at his hands, again, they're out more than 6 inches.
1009.
Remember, hands at your sides.
1010,
1014. Remember, hands at your sides.
1015, 1016, 1017, 1018, 1019.
You can stop.
Can my leg here?
Nope, you can stop. All right, next exercise is called the finger to nose. All right, what I'm gonna do is have you stand with your feet together for me, heels and toes touching. Bring your hands up like this and close them. Extend your pointer fingers, bring them down, and turn your palms forward. This is the starting position. I want you to remain in this position until I give you the further instructions, okay? You understand? All right, so when I tell you to, you're gonna tilt your head back and close your eyes. You're gonna hear me say left or right. When you hear me say left, you're gonna bring your left hand up and touch the tip of that finger to the tip of your nose, and immediately put it back down to your side in one fluid motion. When you hear me say right, you're gonna do the same exact thing. You're gonna bring your right hand up and touch the tip of your finger to the tip of your nose, and immediately put it back down to your side in one fluid motion.
You don't have to do all these. One of the things, your driver's license is not a right, it's a privilege. So you have this implied consent that you've given by having the driver's license to do the test at the station. So if you refuse all this stuff, then they don't have any real motor skill type behavior to indicate that you are under the influence of alcohol. But then they can arrest you and for non-compliance and then take you to the station to take the test. If you refuse the test at the station, especially if they have a warrant, because sometimes they have a warrant and for your blood or whatever. But if and it's a crime to refuse at the station, so you should never really refuse at the station.
Now, for the purpose of this exercise, these are the tips of your fingers, okay? These are the pads of your fingers, and these are the sides. All right. So I'm going to show you again. If this was an example of your nose, tip of the finger, tip of the nose, not the pad, not the sides, the tip of your finger, okay? I want you to touch the very tip of your nose, not the top, bottom, or the sides of your nose, but the very tip of your nose.
Just the one that's standing like this?
Okay, yep, you're gonna stand just like that, but I'm gonna tell you, remember, if I say left, boom, if I say right, boom, and right back down, okay?
Tip of the finger to the tip,
tip of the finger to the tip of your nose.
Okay.
Do you understand my instructions?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any more questions? Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, sir. So your hands are here, feet are together, tilt your head back, look in the sky, close those eyes for me. Keep those eyes closed. Left. Right. Left. Right. His eyes closed.
My eyes are closed.
Right.
I squint and close.
Any deviation whatsoever, even if it's innocent, he'll ascribe to impairment.
All right, you can relax. I have one last exercise for you. You can relax for a minute. All right, this one's called modified Romberg balance. Sounds a lot harder than it is, okay? All right, so I want you to feet together for me, heels and toes touch like mine, hands at your sides. And I need you to remain in that position until I give you the instructions. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so when I tell you to, you're going to tilt your head back. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to hear me say begin. When you hear me say begin, I want you to remain in that position until you feel that 30 seconds has passed in your head, not out loud. I'm going to go through the instructions again, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, when I say begin, you're going to tilt your head back, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're going to close your eyes. You're going to hear me say begin. And when you hear me say begin, I want you to remain in that position until you feel that 30 seconds has passed in your head, not out loud.
So tilt my head back, close my eyes, and count to 30?
However you like to do that. You're going to estimate 30 seconds in your head, not out loud.
Okay.
Once you feel you've reached 30 seconds in your head, you're going to bring your head forward, open your eyes, and say stop. That's it. You understand the instructions?
Sure.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, remember, don't start your estimation until you hear me say begin, okay?
Okay.
All right, tilt your head back, close those eyes. Begin.
Department of Criminal Justice. I am a fucking prison
You remember my instructions? I'm going to say stop.
Oh, stop.
All right?
I'm sorry, yes.
All right. Very good.
We
All
can
right.
do it together if you like.
No, you're good. We're going to come over here.
Sure.
Yeah. So he was 9 seconds over. And so maybe he smoked a little weed. Maybe he's just a little slower, you know. So we'll see. Now he's going to probably do the PBT.
Right here.
Sure, sir.
Front of the vehicle here.
Yes, sir.
Place your hand on your back. Relax. All right. Explain everything to you. What I'm going to do is I put you in 2 handcuffs because you're kind of you got some big shoulders there, okay? Relax. I'll explain everything to you one step at a time, all right? All right, 117. They're not on too tight, are they?
I would have thought at this point he would have had him do the preliminary breath test. That's the thing you blow on the side of the road.
Okay. I'm going to lock them so they don't move on you. I'm just going to place you under arrest for DUI. The next part of my investigation is a breath test to determine its alcohol content. Are you willing to provide me a sample of your breath?
Sure.
Sure.
What's if I don't? What's?
All right, let me explain it to you.
Outcome if I don't?
Let me explain it to you. I'm now requesting that you submit to lawful test of your breath for the purposes of determining.
Because mind you, I might still have some alcohol in my breath from kissing my girlfriend. Honestly, in 26 years of practicing law, I've never heard that excuse.
Alcohol content, will you take the test? Would you say yes, but now you're asking what happens if you don't? If you refuse to take the test I request of you, your driving privilege will be suspended for a period of 1 year for the first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privilege has been previously suspended, or if you were previously fined under state statute 327.3521.
Now keep in mind every state is different. So the advice I gave you about not doing the PBT on the side of the road, that's legal here in Minnesota, but they can arrest you and then you got to do the one at the station, and that is a crime. In other states it's different. So whatever your state is, don't take my advice for your state. That only applies to Minnesota, just so we're clear. But the preliminary breath test is not that reliable and is not admissible generally at trial. But the one that you do at the station, the DMT, is.
5, which is the DUI, voting statute, for refusing to submit to lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood. Additionally, if you refuse to take the test I requested of you, and if your driving privilege has been previously suspended, or if you've been previously fined under state statute 327.35215 for a refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood, you will be committing a misdemeanor in addition to any other penalties which can be imposed by law. Refusal to submit to the test I requested is admissible to evidence in any criminal proceeding. Yeah, you can go ahead and take a look at it now.
I can't hold it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got you. Are you a CDL holder?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you understand that, sir? You good?
I'm so slow reader. Still reading you. Still reading, boss man.
I think Daddy's about to show up.
All right. Well, listen. I read it to you. Okay.
I'm still reading, man. I'm sorry. I'm still
listen,
reading, man.
I've read it to you. What it basically says is that if it's the first time you refuse, you lose your license for a year. If it's a second or subsequent refusal, so if you refuse in the past, it's going to be an 18-month suspension on your license, and it's an additional charge for it, okay? For refusing. So with that said, I'm going to ask a final time if you're willing to give me a sample of your breath.
May I speak to my legal counsel?
No, when it comes to implied consent, no. You don't get a legal counsel, okay?
There's no legal counsel.
No, not when it comes to
In Minnesota, you get 20 minutes to talk to a lawyer.
implied consent, no, sir.
Okay. Breathalyzer. Okay.
So in this situation, you just take the fucking test. You know, it is what it is. So if you refuse, you're going to get a charge. If you don't, and if you take it, you're going to get a charge if you're over. So you're better off trying to find something wrong with the test and then having a refusal, which you probably don't really have any excuse for, because he's already told you it's a crime to refuse.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, sir.
It's up to you.
I can't make a decision.
And if you can't make a decision, they're going to make a decision for you and say that you refused.
You can't make a decision.
No, sir. I can't make a decision.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you down to the instrument. I'm going to give you the opportunity down there to provide a sample since you're indecisive.
I'm indecisive. Okay? I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Spread your stance for me. Nice and wide. Nice and wide.
So that's probably a good thing for him to do that, because the one at the station is more accurate. And also, if it's been a little bit since he's had anything to drink, it gives him a little bit more time. Sometimes you're on the way up in terms of alcohol concentration. Sometimes you're on the way down. And if he's on the way down, getting more time is beneficial. If you're on the way up, it's not. But he doesn't look terrible to me.
Hold on. Earplugs. Lighter.
Earplugs?
Earplugs. Lighter.
Wait a second. I know, this is part of this procedures. All right. We're going to walk over here to my side, okay? You got it for a minute?
See how long this stuff takes? And it seems longer when you're out in the scene. And it sucks. It just sucks. And guess what? It's a 100% avoidable. You know, if you're going to do this, don't do this. It's that simple. You know, if you know you're going to go out drinking, guess what? Take a fucking Uber or take a Lyft or take a whatever. You know, or have a sober driver. Somebody that isn't going to be drinking. But don't get behind the wheel if you've had something to drink. It's just that fucking easy.
Let's have a seat inside here for me. Watch your head as you step in, okay?
He's impaired driving.
It's impaired?
He's currently in custody.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Daddy. Honestly, wearing a shirt with your own picture on it. Anyway.
Did he blow? Okay.
We're at that point right now where he's asking if he's willing to blow or not.
Cool. Let me find my way real quick. See what we're at. This is crazy. Sorry about this.
It's all right.
Well, he's not being overbearing. That's good.
Basically, if he refuses, he's gonna lose his license. I think he has refused. I think that's where we are with it.
Give me a second.
So if he refuses, he's going to have the opportunity to go to a driver's license hearing, or he can get a hardship driver's license. If this is his first DUI, then there's methods they can use to reduce the charges. I mean, there's different things that they can do. With your attorney, you should be able to figure all that out.
Yeah, he says his first DUI.
Yeah, he should be.
What was he doing? Was he speeding or what was his deal?
Move over.
Excuse me?
Move over.
What does move over mean?
He said move over. So when you're driving down the road and, you know, let's say you're on the highway and you see the cops are stopped on the side of the road, you have to get over. You have to move over for a scene. And if you don't, you're fucked. I mean, I shouldn't say that. If you don't get over, it's a crime. It's a traffic violation. And that's what he's saying. You know, he was stopped on the side of the road and he didn't move over. He almost hit him. I mean, it's dangerous being out there as a cop.
Officers are working on the side of the road. He changed lanes. He went by us at 50.
You know, one day I would just like to see Hulk Hogan in, you know, a nice cardigan. Wouldn't you like, instead of this, his own picture on the front of his... But I look at him and I just think, put a cardigan on. I mean, a nice polo or something. It's just, I think... anyway, he's just advertising his face, I guess.
Oh boy. So they're taking him over to 49th Street?
We're going to take him to the main station. We're going to give him the opportunity to, I think he's refused, so we're going to give him the opportunity to still provide a breath sample regardless. And then if he still refuses.
So Dad's being pretty reasonable and just trying to help his son out and not being overbearing. That is totally cool. So the Hulkster right here is being, you know, a decent citizen.
Then he'll just get a DUI citation and then he's going to go to the county jail after that. He's got to spend 8 hours from the time of the arrest.
Where's the main station you're going to?
645 Pier Street.
Is that downtown?
Yes, sir.
One of the things I've seen people show up to scenes like this, and all of a sudden they're drunk too. So then there's 2 DUIs. I had one client get pulled over for DUI, and he's about to get pulled over, and his girlfriend's in the seat next to him. So he says, "Hey, let's switch." So they switch. Guess what they have now? 2 DUIs, because she was drunk too. And so they tell him to get in the squad while they do field sobriety with her. So he's in the back of the squad. But they didn't know that he was an auto body guy. So, you know, you get in the back of the squad car, there's no handles. You can't get out unless you know how these things are made. So he peels back the panel covering, you know, the mechanics of the door, and he's able to push the button and get out, and he flees. And guess what? He didn't lose his license because he fled on foot, which is a misdemeanor, and so he avoided a DUI completely. But he left his girlfriend in a fucking lurch, and she wound up getting the DUI. They're no longer together, I might add.
Is that across from the empty park over there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's going on with those 2 idiots?
They're just yelling and screaming. She's very upset. What's the status?
He says he can't make up his mind right now. He wants to
Yeah,
so I'm going to take him down to the instrument and give him that opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to do that regardless.
Yeah, but I was
And when you're in the car waiting for you call somebody a fat piece of shit and they're a cop, I can't think of a time where that's beneficial to you as somebody who's screaming in the car.
That's all the sobriety tests. Give me sobriety tests.
That's his wife?
that back passenger was trying to calm her down. It's just not working.
No, yeah, it's just standard procedure here with me. It's always some type of BS drama.
Let's see what he wants to do.
Okay, well, yeah, the officer said he's down at the downtown station across that park where we were going down and feeding all the homeless people down there. I think that's the one right down there. All right, so. Well, there's no reason for you to stay up there booking him, and then I'm going to bail him out. That should be it.
He's going to spend 8 hours.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry, what was that, boss?
He's going to spend 8 hours in custody.
He's going to be there 8 hours?
He's got to spend 8 hours. By state law, he's got to spend 8 hours in custody.
Okay, well, he's going to spend 8 hours.
By law, he says they have to spend 8 hours in custody. It's probably to make sure that the alcohol's out of his system and he's sober when they release him.
All right, cool.
Okay, so when people are obstreperous and kind of obnoxious like this, a couple of things can happen. First of all, the cop, they got a truck. Are we going to tow the truck or are you guys going to take it? If you're going to take it, let's make sure you're okay to drive. The other thing is, if you're bitching at the cops, you could, and if you're too much, you could wind up getting arrested for disorderly conduct.
Whatever. I worked at, I'm sorry, I'm emotional. Yeah, I worked at men's prison. I think you guys make. And I can't blow that long.
Look, you gotta blow harder.
I'm an ex-porn star. That's as hard as I can blow. Sorry. Google me.
I'm an ex-porn star. That's as hard as I can blow. Google me. I'd prefer not to. I'm just not gonna Google you. Don't want that in my search history.
I'm sorry. I'm sad. Like, I was a commissary manager, and I sat with people who did BWIs, the boating while intoxicated, and I was like, I didn't know that was possible.
No, she didn't blow hard enough.
I can blow harder.
Okay.
Wait a second. I thought you're an ex-porn star. That's all the harder you can... You mean you got more in you? I'm definitely Googling you now.
I don't have a lot of lung capacity. I know how to do this. I'm not dumb.
Consistent.
I'm trying. I have little lungs. Me. It's funny, I know it. I'm telling you, like, you guys are being so I used to work in a prison. I hate this everyone. Good! I'm not doing anything wrong.
Big deep breath and blow. You gotta blow harder and consistent. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Like, my lungs are this wide. I don't need that. What am I gonna do with that?
Why the fuck was he gonna give her that thing? Here, you can have this as a souvenir.
Like, my lungs are this wide. I don't need that. What am I gonna do with that? Sell it on my OnlyFans? Like, thanks.
Am I gonna do that? Sell it on my OnlyFans? Oh, you can't make this shit up.
I'm not drunk. I'm emotional. I'm sad. Yeah, why are we getting them? Racing. Among bowling booth, racing all day. I'll do another one. I'm not drunk. I'm sad. I used to work at a prison. I was commissary manager.
Stop talking for 2 seconds so you can get your breath, because you're not giving a complete sample.
Because it's under the limit and you don't believe me.
No,
yes.
That's not why. If it was under the limit, it would say it was under the limit.
It's just saying she's talking too much.
Does it say she's talking too much? You know, here's the thing. Getting a first-time DUI is emotional. It sucks. It's an inconvenience. But it ain't the end of the world. You know, and they generally are pretty... Most jurisdictions are pretty light on first-timers. It's when you get multiple DUIs and when your blood alcohol is over double the limit that it really starts to become a problem. But it's so easy to avoid.
I can't breathe that deep.
All right. And blow.
I'm gonna like pass out. If I go to the hospital, you're gonna pay for me to go to the hospital? No. No. Check my eyes.
I can 0.25.
0.125. So 0.125 is, 1.5 times over the legal limit.
What was it? 0.125?
I don't know. Is that over the limit?
Double legal limit.
1.5 times over.
So he was sitting in the car. I couldn't tell, but if he was standing in front of me, I could tell if he was drunk or not by just looking at him. Did he look like he was drunk when you saw him?
Yeah, he didn't do.
Oh, okay.
He didn't do well in the field sobriety exercises.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't know what the other officer saw. From what I saw, he didn't do it.